Hey everybody. So there's going to be a bit of a time skip here, so allow me to introduce myself if you don't know. My name's PR or ER. I got that name because I work in the emergency department. It's top 50 busiest emergency departments in the entire United States. And I talk a lot about lifting and working in healthcare. So today, I also talk about politics. Today, we're not going to talk about that at all. Uh, this is going to be completely about lifting, and there is a big time skip right here. I've been lifting consistently this entire year, but I've barely uploaded any videos. It's not like 2023 and 2024 where I uploaded hundreds of videos. I think I've only uploaded like 30 videos on the year. So I'm going to be going over how I've progressed a lot since then. These videos were all recorded in February of this year. This is late February. And I had a big period where I wasn't lifting. My home gym was being renovated, so I wasn't able to really do a whole lot of lifting. I don't like lifting in commercial gyms. But what really strikes me from these videos is how much skinnier I was. I've gained a decent amount of weight. I think I was at 195 at these videos, breaking into the 200 range. But I'm now at 215, and I can very well see it, mostly in my upper body. My arms look a lot smaller, shoulders, and also my waist. I had to buy completely new pants because they just stopped fitting. So this is me deadlifting right here, and I didn't have grips before then, those straps. And my grip strength was really holding me back. You can really see it here in this third set. It's not my back or my muscles that are holding me back, but rather my grip. I think you can see me like wipe my hand, the sweat off on my pants as much as I can because my hand was cramping and the sweatiness of it was literally slipping out of my hands. So once I was able to get my hands on these grips, I was able to really increase how much I was able to do. Then I also I don't fit in my lifting belt anymore, and I didn't buy a new one. The lifting belt was barely fitting me back then, like 15, 20 pounds ago. It was barely fitting me then. It doesn't fit me now. And I haven't bought a new one because I thought, I'm just going to diet really hard over the next couple months and I'll just lose the weight and I can get back into my old lifting belt. Kind of like how a lot of people do. They don't want to throw away their old clothes as a motivation for them to get back into shape. I fell victim to this thinking as well. And at this point, I have very big goals. But I've been squatting, deadlifting, beltless for the past 3-4 months consistently. And I've been able to get back to these numbers. I just did 350 pounds recently, beltless. And I really missed the belt. I mean, the fact I was able to I had to work really hard to get back to 350 pounds. I'll upload some of the videos, but I failed it maybe at the beginning of November. I failed it. I did 3 sets of 5, but on that 15th rep, the third set, the 5th rep, I failed it. I didn't get the 15 reps in. I tried again the next week, and I wasn't able to get it again. So the fact that I was 20 pounds lighter in this video and I was still able to hit it, I think that is a huge sign. But I also think that there are other things that are playing factor as well. I wasn't able to get into the right mindset. I was in a pretty bad mood with the news of the death of one of my favorite YouTubers, favorite chess players, Daniel Naroditsky. I was in a really bad mood, and I wasn't able to really hype myself up ever since then. But I don't want to get too into that. But I think that the mentality aspect of lifting is very important. It really, when you feel that weight on your back, especially at the heavier weights. It compresses your spine. It restricts your breathing, and you hit a panic. You can see this at like any powerlifting competition or any of those like hype videos where you see bodybuilders squatting. They're getting as hyped as possible. They're in like a flow state, usually harnessing as much anger as they can. And it really, you really need that, especially as you go from maybe like 225 pounds to like 300 pounds. It's a jump, but once you really start getting into like 2 times body weight, 3 times body weight, now you're actually feeling that nervous system really, like your blood pressure just spiking, and you have to have the right mentality to be able to push, because it really sucks. You really don't want to. So I think like even more so than when you go from 1 times body weight to 2 times body weight, it doesn't compress your spine and restrict your breathing like how it does in the later stages. So my plan as far as going from the 425 pound squat, I'll upload and show you guys soon. That's a 1 rep max. Wow, nice push. I lost my balance there for a second. As my plan for now is, 1, get a bigger lifting belt. That's going to be helpful again, to have that lifting belt and have that intra-abdominal pressure, be able to support myself again. But then it's also going to be to do some really heavy weighted walkouts, and to be able to practice having that amount of weight on my back and not have it affect me as much. I think that it's really, really difficult, and you have to train your nervous system in to be able to carry that weight and to not panic, and just be in a good mental state. I feel really good right now. I just recently did 350 for 3 sets of 5 completed. So I'm excited to go up to 355 later this week. And then my deadlifts, it was always at the same level as my squat. And once I got those straps in, it really allowed me to train my back intensely, to be able to really increase it to where my grip strength just would not have been able to before. Unfortunately, like I do want to train my grip, my forearms, my hands, but it's not nearly as important as training my deadlift. And any sort of grip training that I do is mostly incidental to, or it's not going to affect my squat at all. And this is a 200 kilo squat is what I'm aiming for, the 445 pounds. So it's only a 20 pound increase, but considering that that was in March, right after all this training, that I hit it. That's, it really weighs in on my mind. So, you can see that there's a time skip, because my hair was in cornrows at the first set of videos, and this is the second set. So it is like a week later, I kept training. And now you can see that I have the grip, so immediately I went from 300 to 315, and it felt easy. So I did 4 sets instead of 3 sets. I mostly do 3 sets of 5 as far as like my core exercises go. And that's been really, really helpful for me. 3 sets of 5 reps, squat, deadlift, bench press, and then I increase it by 5 pounds every week. That's been pretty much my go-to, unless I'm like significantly detrained. As I got back into it, I was increasing by like 10, 15 pounds every week, as I felt myself like get back into it. That rebound's a really big thing when you're getting into it. So training my deadlift has really helped my back. I also squat barefoot. I have the ankle mobility to be able to really hit that depth, without having to have my heel raised much. And I also just have really long femurs. So a lot of it is hip extension, which is like, as far as like bodybuilding goes, a lot of people are like disgusted by this. You should have your heel raised as much as you can to really grow your quads. And the way that I squat is mostly like a back exercise, a hip exercise. And I've grown a really, I've grown a big ass from doing all those. So it's not about like, it wasn't about that. It was mostly about working with my, with like how my body is proportioned. That was kind of just incidental. I am in the market to buying lifting shoes. Now that I've been doing this seriously for like 2-3 years. And I've been lifting for years. I was a high school football kid. So now that I'm like getting to the stage where the squat shoes should be like very important, and any sort of like marginal gain I can get is gonna make a huge amount of like difference. They say that you can squat 10% more with that lifting belt, and that's part of the math that I'm doing in my head. As I say, like, okay, I was able to do 425 pounds for a 1 rep max, and then I was able to do 3 sets of 5 with 350 pounds. So if I'm at that same level, lifting that same amount, then I could probably add 10% to that 425 pounds. Now, where my math breaks down is exactly that nervous system training that I was mentioning earlier. That's why I want to do a lot of weighted walkouts and more or less do like half reps, like a half, like a deep bend in my knee, just so I can feel what it feels like to push up a bar with 445 pounds. And that my spine doesn't completely disintegrate immediately once I walk out. So that's going to be the biggest part of it. It's just going to be able to make sure that my spinal column is okay with it, that my blood pressure doesn't cause me to pass out, which was no spoilers to when I upload that 425 pound lift later this week. But it almost happened. It almost happened. I've been lucky enough to not pass out. But you see the videos a lot. That's just because your blood pressure just spikes through the roof and your brain is just starved for oxygen. So it's about training your nervous system. It's about training your circulatory system to be able to continue to get blood to your brain while you're basically getting crushed. And then it's a lot about mentality too. My mentality is really good. I set 405 pounds was my goal for 2025. I already hit 405 pounds. I already hit 425 pounds. So I've already gone way further than I wanted, or not wanted to, but like, than what my goals were at the beginning of the year. So yeah, and like I was able to get that from January to March, because at the end of December 2024, I did 365 pounds and I was so deflated. I completely changed up my lifting style, mostly frequency. I dropped the frequency down a lot, and I was able to go from 365 to 425 within 3 months. Yeah, like 3.5. But that's all. So stick around, because I'm going to upload all the rest of this backlog. Sorry, everyone. But I hope what I've been saying makes sense. And I really think I can honestly hit 465 pounds by the end of this year. But that's a stretch goal. I want to get that 200 kilo first. All right, bye.